F1 preseason test in Barcelona, Day 5. Who is taking part and who is sitting out? The final day of preseason F1 test in Barcelona, known as a shakedown, is underway, and the final two sessions for the teams to test the reliability of the 2026 competitors before the test in Bahrain begins next month. 8 teams will be taking to the track on the final day of the test, which is the highest number in all 5 days. Let's have a look at who is participating and who is sitting out the test. The Silver Arrows completed its final test, running on Day 4 after previous running on Days 1 and 3, with teams only allowed to run in 3 days out of the 5-day test. Yesterday was Mercedes' final test day. The Brackley-based outfit racked up 500 laps in 3 days and will sit out the final day. The Faenza-based team had a similar run plan to Mercedes, running on Days 1, 3, and 4 and sitting out the final day. Racing Bulls completed 319 laps over 3 days, which was the second highest before the 5th day began. Williams' F1 team came out a day before the F1 preseason test in Barcelona began and confirmed that it would participate in the test following delays with the FW48 program. Williams only passed the FIA crash day a couple of days into the Barcelona test. Red Bull was the only team to run in the first 2 days of the test. However, the final session on Day 2 ended with Isaac Hadjar crashing into the wall and damaging the rear end of the car. The Milton Keynes-based outfit missed Days 3 and 4 as they were waiting for spare parts from the factory. However, the RB22 had been repaired, and Max Verstappen was out on track on the final day. The Scuderia ran on Days 2 and 4 of the test, and will feature on track on the final day of testing. Like its previous 2 test days, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc will each drive in 1 session. Ferrari had so far completed 297 laps in the first 2 days of running. Ahead of the Barcelona test, reports are that assembly issues with the AMR26 delayed its debut. The 2026 Aston Martin made its on-track debut in the final hour of Day 4, running in an all-black livery. Lance Stroll completed just 5 laps before the car stopped near the pit entry with 6 minutes left on the clock. Fernando Alonso will step into the AMR26 for the final day of testing, and Aston Martin's first meaningful running on track. McLaren made its on-track debut on Day 3 of the test, meaning the MCL40 was expected to run on the final 3 days of the test. Lando Norris was in the car for Day 3, with Oscar Piastri taking over yesterday. However, the Papaya team faced a fuel system issue after the first session and missed the second session yesterday. McLaren will run on Day 5 after resolving the issue, with running split between its 2 drivers. The newest works team on the grid, Audi, had a troublesome testing and had completed just 95 laps in the first 2 days of testing, with a spin not involving Bortoleto on Day 1 and hydraulic issues on Day 3. Day 5 will be the final for the team to get some mileage on the new power unit. Also missed yesterday's running after completing 85 laps on Days 1 and 3. The French team will take to the track with the Mercedes power unit and hope of getting mileage in. Haas ran 96 laps on Days 1 and 3 and missed Day 4 after an issue in the afternoon session brought an early end to Day 3. The American team with the Ferrari power unit will be out on track on the final day. The newest F1 team ran on Day 1 and missed the next couple of days, citing a better weather forecast for Days 4 and 5 as the season. Cadillac only has 110 laps of mileage on the first 2 days of the test and will split testing responsibilities between Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas on the final day. Quick links.